Hello, I'm Sutonia. I'm going to introduce the offline team. They've brought APOC, Prophecy, Extra, Algus, and Rifter. They're all in a nice little ball, 50 kilometers from the arena.
Right, and USTZ have warped in at varying ranges from 30 to 50. Their Armageddon and their Merlin are at 30, along with their Talwar, and their Caracal and Naga are at 50. They've brought their comp, the Armageddon, Naga, Caracal, Talwar, and Merlin. And they'll probably be looking to keep as much range as possible while skirmishing down the lighter tanked members of the offline team.
Yeah, I think this match all hinges on the first 60 seconds. Can they get a kill before the rapid like Caracal has to reload? Otherwise, they're probably not getting a kill.
And critically, too, it's the range that the USTZ team has warped in at. The Caracal is actually out of range at its starting position. It'll have to move to get in, but he's not doing that. He's actually burning away.
Yeah, we are seeing damage on the Extra now. He is at 75% armor, but he looks like he's boosting back up. He's not really taking any more damage anymore. I think the Caracal, like you said, is out of range.
And the Armageddon's dropped Ogres. These are close-range thermal drones, not sentries, and they'll have to burn to get in range. Although he may actually be out of drone control range. We're not seeing them move towards any target. They're just kind of slowly trailing behind the Armageddon.
Yeah, it seems like they're starting this match off a lot slower than I would have expected. I would have thought they would try to all in the Excura, and then that would probably decide the match. But it seems like they're playing like kind of like a kiting setup where they're just like holding back, waiting, trying to find something out of position before jumping in.
And the offline team as well are slow playing. Their Rifter and Algos have held back in reserve rather than blindly dive in and get absolutely mauled by the rapid lights of the Caracal and the light missiles of the Talwar.
They've seen damage now on the Algus. Oh, it looks like it's taking quite a lot of damage. It might go down before the Extra can catch reps. Oh no, it seems like it's definitely on the ball there. I think the Extra can tank this so far. The Merlin just taking a small bit of damage. Doesn't seem there's too much damage coming into the US time zone feed team right now, though.
Yeah, I think both teams are just kind of staring across the trenches at each other. I think their USTZ team is just taking pot shots with the Naga and testing the waters of the response time of the Executor. Got damage coming in on their Talwar now, but only a little. Nope. Now he's jumped into deep shield.
Yeah, that tower could be in trouble. There's no Logi on that side, and there's no Link, so he's going to have to... The only way he's going to stop taking damage is if he can mitigate it perfectly. And with an APOC on the opposite side, it's going to be very difficult with that tracking and optimal range bonus on Mega Pulse lasers.
Right, and he's burning directly away. He's trying to catch range, but at the same time, he's reduced his transversal to the Apocalypse to almost nothing. Although the Apocalypse now taking damage, so we'll see how that turns out, and the Talwar seems to have stabilized in low armor.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what they're doing right now. Maybe are they killing rep bots? Because it seems like maybe they're trying to bait out rep bots to kill them first before doing their all-in.
I don't actually see any rep bots for the USTZ team, but the offline team has a ton of them on the Executor. All of their rep bots are deployed and active on the Executor, even though it's clawing back at shield.
Yeah, those rep bots haven't gone onto the APOC yet, although I don't think the APOC is really in trouble right now. Merlin taking damage for the US time zone feed team.
Yeah, the Merlin's taking damage. The Apocalypse has been taking damage, but he's hovering around 60 to 70% armor now. It seems the Executor has caught him. Some rep bots are on him now, and the Merlin from USTZ dropped. You called it.
Yeah, there goes that screening ship. A lot of damage now coming on the Rifter and the Algus. Some split damage here. Looks like the Armageddon is also getting newts on the APOC, trying to turn off those guns.
Yeah, like I mentioned when we talked about the picks and bans, the Armageddon is a really weird fit into their team comp. It's a close-range armor brawler ship with newts and rapid heavy missile launchers, so it would need to be much closer than all of the rest of its teammates in order to effectively, throw its weight around as a battleship, as the heavy ship on their team. But it looks like he's burned in close, and he's trying to get his newts to bear on the Apocalypse there.
Yeah, he has been tackled and picked up by that Prophecy, however. We're also seeing I think the Rifter is killing drones. He's scrammed an Ogre 1, probably by mistake. He's shooting the Armageddon's drones right now that are on one of the ships.
And the Armageddon's pulling in that one solitary drone, and the Rifter's chasing it in. Sort of a small skirmish happening while the larger ships do their business. The Rifter's taking damage, and I'm seeing heavy armor bots from offline over onto their Prophecy, which is tackling the Armageddon.
Yeah, it looks like US Time Zone were trying to slow play to get the Armageddon in play, have those newts take effect before going in, but they cost them the Merlin, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to break anything at this point, because it seems like the team is holding up well. I mean, there has been quite a lot of split damage, so who knows, maybe if they can focus that somehow, or if the newts can mess up the team a little.
I think they're trying to go in heavy on the Prophecy at this point and get their Armageddon untackled. But I think the Prophecy's got his jaws in him now. I think there's no getting away for the Armageddon because the Prophecy's fully caught by the Executor. Meanwhile, some damage coming in on the Rifter.
Yeah, we are seeing the newts now have swapped off the APOC onto the X-Curse, is trying to shut down those remote armor reps, although it still seems like it's repping fine, still seeing armor rep effects from the X-Curse.
Yeah,
The
the
Armageddon about to enter half armor, so they don't have too long left to make a play here.
Yeah, they've really only the Naga and the Caracal bring a little bit of damage to the table, but not particularly enough to break an Executor's reps with Prophecy linked still in the field. And if they can't get rid of one of those ships before the Armageddon goes down, I think this match is all but over.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to clear tackle from the Prophecy either. We're seeing Newts go back onto the APOC again, maybe in a desperate attempt to shut down his turrets.
It's very possible. You mentioned the newts were going from the Armageddon to the Executor, but it wasn't stopping him. I imagine that has a lot to do with the fact that the Executor fit is actually dual cap booster fit. It has two small cap boosters and loads cap booster 400s. So very cap stable even under neutralizer pressure.
Yeah, Armageddon instruction are about to go down. I think once this Armageddon goes down, their chances of winning are also going down the drain too.
I imagine you're right, and as we watch him disappear from the field here now, 5 points awarded to the offline team. Damage coming back in on the Apocalypse, though. It looks like they're not completely out of cards to play, although we'll see if anything changes, if anything manages to break through their ironclad armor of a solid armor comp here.
Yeah, that Prophecy just burning straight in to pick up another tackle on something. The Prophecy is probably going to be faster than Naga despite being armor tanked, and the Naga has horrendous cap issues. So I don't think it's going to be able to burn forever, and I don't think they can really kill anything at this point. Like, maybe they can snipe the Rifter off, but I mean, I don't think that really helps at this point.
The Naga actually, I've got these fits here. The Naga is actually significantly faster than the Prophecy, but I think he might be able to snag the Caracal. Or perhaps if the Naga is a little nervous and burns out his microwarp trying to escape the Prophecy, he might close all the doors for himself there that way. The damage is still pretty steadily coming in on the Apocalypse, and I'm not sure if the Executor has burned all his cap charges or what. He's still repping, but the armor of the Apocalypse is still going down.
Yeah, the APOC is getting really low. If the APOC goes down, though, I mean, he's catching reps now. It looks like the Extra has found injectors. He can also loot some from the Armageddon wreck potentially. Tower taking a lot of damage now, about to go down. Tower's gone. It's just a Caracal Naga left against the world.
And the Caracal's already lost all of its shield. Meanwhile, the rep bots from the offline team have all found appropriate targets, and the Apocalypse has clawed its way almost all the way back to full armor. We're under 2 minutes remaining here. It won't be too long before the 1 minute warning goes off.
You're about to see that Naga get tackled by the Rifter here. He's now webbed and scrammed by the Rifter, so he's not long for this world. They're also less than 20 kilometers away from the arena edge too, so they don't even have much room to navigate if they could.
The Algos is burning in as well, so even if the Rifter does get taken out, the Algos is very nearly on target on the Naga. The Rifter is dipping precariously into low armor. He's caught a bit of reps, but I think he's traded off there now that the Algos is in position, and he's just now got scram on the Naga as the Naga dips into hull.
Yeah, the Naga is gone, and I don't think the Caracal's going to be able to accomplish anything on his own.
Yeah, particularly with the Algos there, right there in position. Although it looks like, yep, the Algos is burning over to grab tackle on the Caracal, even though the Caracal's already in low armor, dipping into hull, and that'll be the match.
Classic US time zone feed delivering their namesake, and offline taking the victory. We'll send it back to the studio.